Hello and welcome to Leezah's Lair. This is my second video today because I haven't done any videos in a while, so I thought I would post a second one. I hope that you'll look at all of the videos on this channel and give comments about what topics that you would like for me to address. The avatar in front of you is named Leezah. I've been in Second Life for 3 years. I primarily spend my time in discussions, but I also like to play chess in Second Life. I also like to play backgammon in Second Life. So if you are a chess player or a backgammon player, please feel free to invite me. I would love to meet some new challengers. But the topic today in Leezah's Lair that I would like to address in this video is how to find groups to belong to in Second Life. One way that you can find groups to belong to is you can look at other people's profiles, and you can look at their groups, the groups that they belong to, and read those charters. So that's one way to find groups. But you will limit yourself if you're only doing that. It takes a lot of time to read all those profiles. A lot of people don't have their groups shown. In my profile, for example, I only mainly have the groups that I lead showing in my profile, and maybe 2 more, but I belong to other groups as well in Second Life. So I think a lot of people do not have their groups shown, or if they do, they're not showing you all of their groups. So I don't think that that's always going to be the best option for you in learning the different groups that you could belong to in Second Life. I would suggest that you go into the SL search engine and that you type in either a topic or a subject or something like that, because people are listing their group many different ways. I have a news group. It's called Headlines. You're welcome to join if you are a news hound, but there are several tags associated with my group. And so when people type in any of those words, my expectation is they will see headlines in the results. So if you put in a topic and you have to go to the groups category in the search, if you just put in a topic or a subject and you don't specifically go to the groups category, you're going to have much larger search results to sort through. So I just wanted to remind you to just always go to the groups category so that you don't see so many results. And then you basically are going to have to scroll through and read, and it does take some time to kind of go through groups. And when you find one that you think is interesting, click join. But I warn you, the join and unjoin process will begin, because after you join, there are certain things that you can't see in the group before you join. So after you join, I would recommend you go into notices. If you see nothing in the notices, to me that would suggest that the group is not having organized activities, because those notices would be there for at least 2 weeks. And so if it's a group that only has maybe 1 activity a month and that's not in their group charter, it's up to you if you want to join the group. Some of these groups, however, may have a group chat. So if you just want to join a group so that you can be part of their group chat, then by all means, don't decide to unjoin if that's what you'd like. But if you are interested in groups that actually have activities, I'd say going into their notices is a good way to find out how often they're having their events. Also, I would also go into, if I were you, go into members and sort by date. And when you sort by date, that shows you some things on screen. It will show you how many people are actually coming into Second Life in that group. Some groups may have 1,000 people. And when you go into members and sort by date, you will find out that only about 30 of those 1,000 members have even been in Second Life in the last 30 days. And so which doesn't mean anything bad, but I think if it depends on what you're really looking for in a group. Some groups, may have 100 members, but then when you go into their members and you sort by date, 70 of them have been online in the last 2 weeks. So that would suggest that maybe that is a group that is able to have some activity if you see a lot of notices in the last 14 days and you go into members and you're sorting by date and you see that a majority of their members are into Second Life recently, that would suggest that perhaps that group has some activity going on, because you don't really want to join a bunch of groups that aren't doing anything, because you only have 42 slots. And if you are someone who likes to shop and likes to keep up with bargains in Second Life, a number of those 42 group slots may be taken up with some of the stores or shopping groups or things like that. So those are my tips in terms of joining and unjoining groups. Please feel free to join Headlines. If you are interested in discussing the news, Headlines meets once a week in a secured meeting site, and only group members are allowed to attend the discussions. Thank you very much for visiting Leezah's Lair, and I'll see you next time. And please leave comments on future topics you'd like to see addressed.